Today we'll be focusing on the ambient light on the ArchRegent Ghoul King on the Warhammer diorama for Golden Demon.
That the entirety of the cosmos is accessible to each and every individual's mind, connecting to the great mind, the great spirit.
Welcome back to the channel, collectors. So today I'll be focusing on the ambient light which I'll be painting on the ArchRegent Ghoul King on my Warhammer diorama. Ambient light is something that more often than not it's brushed over, and to me it's really important because it allows the details in the area in the shadows to be perceivable by the viewer. So if you're ready, let us begin.
Come back to the channel, collectors. So today I'm gonna use a very limited color palette. I'm gonna use raw umber, red oxide, dark sea blue from Vallejo model color, and off-white from Vallejo model color. So for you guys using Citadel colors, the equivalents will be on the right hand side. Okay, so I'm gonna be mixing only 3 tones because in ambient light you don't really go all the way up to highlight. The highlight is actually a mid-tone, but I'll just be calling it the highlight of this ambient light on this Ghoul King. So the ambient light is actually a very pale grey color. It's a grey, not a white. And I'll be mixing in a little bit of fluorescent blue into the mix. So starting off with the base coat. I'll be base coating the area. So apologies for the camera. So you just want to base coat the entire area which is being shadowed in this base coat color. So this color, you just want to make sure that it's all over the miniature. Before we progress to the next stage. Alright, so the next color we're going to use would be the mid-tone. The mid-tone would be to highlight and to show the volumes. We're going to do this really thin, and I'm going to start showing the volumes on the miniature. So as you guys can see, I'm focusing on the thigh and a bit on the face. Okay. So as you guys can see right now, as we focus on the thigh, the shape of this highlight is really important, and we're going to do this in layers just to make sure that while we don't use many colors, we differentiate the values using layers. So what I've discovered, or what I've realized about this painting process, is that I'm very heavily referencing Arnaud's work on his monster opening a door. And I realized that the colors used in the shadows tend to be very grey and very dark, and not while it's very grey, it does not portray any of its it portrays only a very little bit of its local color. So this is how I'm intending to portray the ambient light areas in the cast shadow areas. So I'm gonna use a very dark, very grey color, monotone almost, effect on these areas. And because the local colors aren't showing, I'm going to use it on several materials, including the bones, the flesh, and the skulls. So as you can see right now, just by using two values, we have already created a good differentiation. So right now I'm gonna start making the highlight color. So the highlight color, instead of using ivory only, I've used a bit of the local color of the flesh, Chusonia's skin tone, and mixed in with a little bit of fluorescent blue. I want to make sure that this is desaturated and not as high in value. Okay, so I'm very selectively putting this color on the key areas. So this is akin to the highlight colors I've used for the ghoul skin, so that I can start picking out little details. I'm placing a lot more of this color on the areas that are protruding, such as the knee, and I'm going back to the previous color to start blending it back in. So because it's ambient light, it actually can reach many different areas. So in areas that probably will get a bit of ambient occlusion, you can also include a bit of this ambient light to sort of fill in the blanks. So gradually adding a little bit of Joe Sonia's skin tone. I'm starting to showcase the coolness of the ambient light. So as you guys can see, just by using 3 colors, we can create a very convincing ambient light effect. I'm also going to be working on the same colors on this arm. This is the final result of the Ghoul King skin with the ambient light. The next video will be focusing on the red object source lighting on the ArchRegent Ghoul King. See you then.
So what do you think about the ambient light? let me know in the comments below. I think it's a very useful technique and you can use it for many miniatures other than the ArchRegent Ghoul King. Alright guys, you guys know the drill. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon and all the other stuff, because this allows me to grow my social media and it helps me a lot. Alright, if you think I deserve it, just go ahead. Okay, if you can afford it, become a $2 patron and you guys get extended play footage to many of my videos. Okay, I really like to thank my patrons for allowing me to do this, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. See you guys.